We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Austin Desperados and the Miami Dolphins. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Back to throw. Larson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Larson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And they will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come back. Hey.
Murray now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Throwing now is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught. And touchdown! It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on third down, Larson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Larson. He finds his man, complete. That's Roth. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people, because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, Larson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, how many times do we talk with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Murray giving to Conner on the option. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's the option play now to the left. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to look deep for Moore. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He's going to look deep for more. And it's caught. Touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21.
On the ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Steal. Check steal.
On second down, it's Roth. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Now it's the backup, Rivers. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Dolphins had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the double.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it? Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Desperados are able to add on to their first half lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready, ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Down. Blaster, stick.
A first down throw here for Rivers. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Being chased out left. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Higbee from 21 yards away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Set.
The
Ready.
Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left,
Let's go.
more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Smith catches left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Smash. Red. Yellow. Zoom. Set.
Now Rivers.
Gesicki hauling in the quick throw. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Let's go now.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
Play fake. Rivers.
Open man is Duvernay.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready.
From the red zone now, Rivers.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one
Here we go,
remaining
set.
here as we head toward halftime.
Ready. Ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Devontae Smith.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Buying time to his left. Finds his running back, James Conner. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Moore, the man in motion. A final shot before half for Murray. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Big eyes, big eyes.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. He's got Higbee complete right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Desperados take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what freshest few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Wait.
To throw again on 2nd down, Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Come on.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rivers again. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
2nd down and goal. Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Murray now on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marco Wilson.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Desperados 40, Dolphins 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Go on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Murray, he's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
March. Who you got? March.
They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Touchdown!
Rondale Moore
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Desperados are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point up and through, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rivers. He finds his man, complete. That's Roth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, it's Rivers. He's got Smith here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready?
To throw, Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ready?
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Roth. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Rivers fires this into the flat, complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Six. Mega.
Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Steps away, and a big loss here as he's taken down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea.